All right, independent client customer Fults, Fults. This is with HomePro. Want to look here at the laundry room. First of all, take a look. This is the drawing we have. 92 1/4 is your overall back wall. The center of the box here, your water box for the wash machine, is 42 inches from the right-hand side. And down here, we've got blue, white, and red. Blue, white, and red. 5, 14, and 20. The only thing we noticed here is the dryer is on the left-hand side, and as far as the plumbing for the actual ductwork, we don't know if it's going to be going up or left, or we don't know. It's probably not going into the garage. But more importantly, this is only about 28 inches from here to the corner. And most of your washer and dryer sets, especially dryers, have that big hose behind them. They're about 32 inches deep. So one of the things we would suggest is that where you have this doorway here, that you take about 8 inches to the left with that doorway. And the reason is she described this as being, this side up here is in the plan to have some cabinets there, but we're not doing any cabinets. They're just doing a folding table, and they're doing a drop-down ironing board that's actually built into the wall. They would like for us to order a door that matches that ironing board door, that matches the cabinets. But because of that, because there's no cabinets here, this can be moved to the left without any issues as far as the stud work for this. And then on the right-hand side, again, 32 inches or so is about what the dryer sticks out with the hose and everything behind it. So that's one thing in the laundry room. The other thing is over here, we've got your sink area. So that sink area is actually a 30 with a 1-inch filler. So when we look at the spacing there, if you're looking at doing under cabinet lights or anything like that, that would be above this area. She might be doing a shelf underneath this with a rod, but they'll be doing all of that after we do the cabinet insulate. So let's go ahead and take a look in the kitchen area. All right, here we are in the kitchen area. So here you can see this is an outside corner on the left-hand side right here. And so if you look, our measurements are 44 7/8, 53 3/4, and 45 1/8. There's a return wall on the left-hand side that is 26 1/4 inches deep. And there's a return wall on the right-hand side that's at least 27 inches deep to the door. And that's that spacing over there. If you take a look here, your red, blue, and white pipe, 69, 73, and 79 from the left-hand side wall over here. And of course, it's a 108-inch ceiling height. You can see the extended above the sink cabinets there for the height. The reason I was wanting to look at this wall, you've got dishwasher on the right-hand side in this design. I believe in the original, it was dishwasher on the left-hand side. So we definitely want to be dishwasher on the right. That was a choice that she made to make it different than the plan. But on this one, if you're doing under cabinet lighting, of course, they're all at 54 inches off the floor. And they are 21s on the left and 21s on the right with this a small filler off the corner. So that's the sink wall. All right. So here is our back wall. This is the doorway going into the laundry room in the back of the house over there. And this is where our stove area is. So if you look, the center of our stove is right at 94 1/4. It's 94 and 3/4 with the 1/2-inch sheetrock off of it. So we marked the center line here. There's your center line on the floor. That is the center of the stove. They do want a pot filler. Pot fillers are not center of the stove. Pot fillers are generally 7.5 inches. Here's center. They're usually 7.5 inches to the right, or they're 7.5 inches to the left. I would say because of the blocking, it would need to be on the right-hand side of the stove, 7.5 inches to the right. Range hood is at 94 1/4 from sheetrock, and that would be the center of our range hood. If you take a look here, we got 146 3/4 from the door trim. That's my mark there, door trim. And from the door trim, 146 3/4 to the other side. Now, if you take a look on the layout here, we've got 36, 9, 21, and 12. Then we've got the 30 is the center line at 94 1/4. Then we've got a 12 and a 21 to the left of it, and that brings us up about 4 inches or so from the door itself. Now, something to notice, there's a 15-inch cabinet here. There's open shelves on either side of the range hood. That 15-inch cabinet is standing right in the middle of this stud cavity. If you take a look, I put a note here that I need a stud in here. You can do a stud or you can do blocking. It doesn't matter, but I have to have something to hang that cabinet on. If you take a look, this spacing here from left to right, about 20 inches, 20 and a half inches. So the center of that 15-inch cabinet is right in the middle of this hole. And so I need something in there as a stud to be able to hang that cabinet on. Otherwise, everything lays out pretty clean for that one. And again, in the overhead, if you look, 24, 1 1/4, 36, 66, and then 15. 66 is the space of the hood with the shelves, and all of that lines up with the bottom cabinets above it. So good shape on that one. Okay, next is the pantry wall. This is the back wall where the refrigerator is, right here. Pantry. We've got a ice maker line that's already here. That ice maker line is 70 inches from the left-hand side. We have 94 inches to the door trim. Now let's explain what that is. Now, if you measure, it's 91 inches to here. What we've done is we've made a note, add 3 inches. Same thing down here, add 3 inches. We need 3 more inches on this wall of open wall space so that the end of their refrigerator cabinet doesn't touch the door trim. We have 90 inches, 91 and a half. No, I'm sorry, 89 and a half. We have 89 and a half of a cabinet box. We have an 1.5 inch panel. So we have 91 and a half, 91 and a half inches total. So we need 94 to the door trim so that there won't be any problems. But if you add 3 inches here, you make this a 3.0 doorway, which is going to be a 38-inch frame opening. That should leave you about 12 1/4 inches on the right-hand side. So if you look with the molding, it's going to be 41 and a half with molding. 12 1/4 is the finish. Overall, the wall is 148. Let me change that. Here we go. Overall, the wall is 148 as the full length of the wall. And so as far as that goes, they want the door in this one opening to the inside of the pantry against that right-hand wall. And then in here, they've got the same size door going out to the garage area outside there. Overall, though, framing change on this one, we need to add 3 more inches to this side of the doorway. We need to slide the doorway over till we were about 12 1/4 inches from the other. She wants this to be a 3.0 door opening here. So as long as I get my 94 inches finished to the molding, then I will be in good shape as far as the cabinets go. All right, so this is where the piece of furniture that they won at the home show is going to be worked out at. So on the left-hand side right here, we've got the piece of furniture that sits on the left and a piece of furniture that sits on the right that matches it. So these are going to be freestanding units. They're not going to be attached to the wall. They're just going to be standing there, and then she's going to be putting a clothes rod or some type of a shelving between them. So if you take a look at how long this wall is, so this wall is 131 inches. With sheetrock from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. And of course, it's a 9-foot ceiling that's in the room here. So this again is the closet for the bedroom. It's not another bedroom. And so this is where they're talking about putting these freestanding pieces. Now, if you take a look on this wall, this will be the left-hand wall. There's about 90 inches there with the trim on the door. And over here on this side, if we take a look at this one, about 47 inches to the trim on the window. All right. Now we got one more bathroom over here. This is not included in our quote, but it is something I went ahead and measured to make sure we had the information. So here you got a 49 and 3/8 space to the right-hand side with sheetrock. This is about a 40-inch door. These are hot, cold drain at 22, 25, and 29 from the right-hand side. This is going to be a pocket door that goes in here, And so there's going to be plenty of room here, about 30 inches or so of room here for this to be in the corner. Now they're talking about these being furniture vanities, but again, I'm just doing the measures so that we have the information if we have to make a change. Let's go take a look at the master bath. All right, here we are in the master bath. Left-hand wall, plenty of room returned behind the molding, so plenty of room there. If you take a look, we have 63 3/4 to the edge of the window, or the trim of the door. The door itself is 39 1/4 overall width from one trim to the other. And over here we have 62 3/4 of an inch to the right-hand wall. If you take a look in here, we have from that blue, white, and red, we have 24, 32, and 35 to the right-hand side. And over here on this side, from the red, white, and blue, you actually have, see if he's got his numbers here wrote down. Yeah, 27, 30, and 34 from the left-hand side. So again, if they're going to be doing these as furniture vanities, but we went ahead and measure for the spacing just in case we need to do something with them from our side of it. All right, if you have any questions at all, feel free to give me a call at 423-650-1051. Have a great day.